Welcome back, everyone, to Social Proof, to another epic episode. Myself and Otto. We're going to be talking about three topics today. We're going to jump straight in it. So, obviously, number one is just mainly everyone's talking about in the last day or two is Threads, the Instagram kind of
App,
linked app.
threads.
Threads is like Twitter kind of thing. We'll break that down in a second. Number two, we'll be talking about. There's a guy on Instagram. His name is Mr. Grateful. I think Grateful is it?
Yeah.
He's putting out saying he's going to make $1 million in the next 100 days just using AI, which is pretty cool. We kind of break that down.
Yeah,
and
we can
obviously, as a treat,
share our own opinion on
yours. And as a treat, as always with Otto, he shows us something cool with AI, a feature you can do, and he breaks it down for you. I always like that, especially the David Goggins ones. It was quite funny. So welcome whoever's tuning back. We're getting a lot of good feedback, so we're going to keep this rocking. And so welcome Otto, my partner in crime here, my business partner. How are you?
How you going, man? Good. Happy to see you again after this morning.
So Otto, we didn't do one last week because Otto was out skiing and
no, that was 2 weeks ago.
That wasn't 2 weeks ago. Was that last week?
Man. It was 2 weeks ago. I went to the snow with my family. Yeah. A place called Thredbo in Australia. Beautiful place. So it was such a great time at the snow. And to be honest, my expectations were very low before going to this place. Because, I'm from South America. So, Venezuela. And we don't have... we do have some regions that are very cold. We have snow, but most of my life I lived in a place that it was very dry, very hot. We have dunes, we have beaches, and it was very windy. So thinking about going to the snow to me is like, why? Like I would love to live in a place where I can just wear shorts and my, how do you call it in America? Because in Australia you call it thongs, but I think in other places flip flops
or flip flops.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I call it.
Yeah, if I could spend my time wearing those two things every day, I'll be super happy. That being said, going back to that story, when we got there, it's such a beautiful town. It's a village. And it looks like the movies, like something so beautiful. We had an amazing view as well. We could look over the mountains, so the snow, it's snow. And then another thing was that I was very worried about my lower back because the last time I did snowboarding was 12 years ago, probably, in a place close to Thredbo.
Yeah.
And I was in pain after snowboarding. That being said, I love snowboarding. I thought it was amazing, but because I'm an old guy now, I'm 45, so I was very concerned about my body, but I was okay. It goes to show, guys, that just because you are 45, that doesn't mean that your body can remain young.
Yes, and I just on a side note, weightlifting. Maybe you don't like it, but I would just matter what it kind of is. You can use kettlebells or anything. Just I'm telling you, weight training is a must in life.
Yeah,
different forms of it. Now I wouldn't suggest CrossFit because I just don't like that. But
yeah, I don't know.
Amount of injuries from that.
It looks
back trainers.
It looks very attractive, but
they don't train people right. That's the downfall. But on a side note, just weight training in general is really good. You can even just use like a kettlebell at home. Start off. Anything is better than zero.
Kettlebells. That's my.
Because the older you get, it's going to be the bones will come. There's nothing around your tissue. Like you need that structure. If you actually do fall, you don't want to break a hip.
Yeah.
Because man, I got really knees deep in that side of things lately. I'm like, you have to be careful. I'm always looking after myself in that sense, but like. When you're 60, you don't want to look 60. You want to be in good shape.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But anyways, we won't go down that avenue.
Absolutely. We could talk a lot about that.
Cool. I want
Yeah.
to. I haven't been on a skiing holiday actually. Actually, I've never been on a skiing holiday. It was always sun. Because when I came from Ireland, I always wanted sun. That's why I live in Australia. Because it was always goddamn raining. When it was sunny, it was lovely, but it
Yeah.
rained more. So I never went on a snowing holiday. It was always Asia, America, anywhere that was hot. It was always the same.
I think I've met plenty of Irish people who say the same thing.
So, but I want to do a skiing holiday shortly because I'd be probably falling on my ass a lot, and I'd be quite funny.
Uh-huh. I know. I'm sure.
So yeah, let's jump in. Okay, new app.
Or
I actually didn't hear of this until the last few days, and you just remind me, and I was like, "What are you on about?"
yeah,
And
I
yeah,
just hop on yesterday.
yeah,
I kind of like knew about it, but I didn't pay attention to it. I was like,
yeah.
another app. And now Mark Zuckerberg, he wants to compete with Twitter, and I wasn't going to join, but I saw this video because I follow Gary Vee, and he says like,
Okay.
guys, just try it out. You don't know what's gonna come out of that. Just try it out, play around with it. I'm like, it's true, because I remember when he said that about Musical.ly, which is now TikTok. And he was like, "Oh, Musical.ly, this new app, blah blah blah. Like people should go and join and figure it out. I think it's gonna be great." And it
I
turned to
didn't realize
be,
it was all that.
yeah,
I never knew
yeah.
that. Okay.
So you have to listen to Gary Vee sometimes. NFTs, I still didn't believe in that, but yeah, I joined yesterday. I was very surprised. I have a fair big
Yeah.
following base on Instagram. So the good thing is that once you join Threads, they're gonna be notifying people on Instagram. And for example, when I joined, I followed you immediately. It's like you have already an account, and
Yeah.
you ask me, "Hey Otto, why don't you follow me?" And my head is like, "Well, I already follow you." So it's
Yeah.
like they already have your account there. You just have
I
to
was,
activate it, sort of thing. I might be wrong, guys. This is new, but that's what I saw when I started following him, and he
yeah.
didn't even have his app on his mobile phone. Just
I thought that was creepy because like when I clicked on people's names, like, oh, even my partner, her name is there, everything. Like, but she's not even on. She doesn't even have the app. I was like, this is weird.
yeah, there you
I
go.
have all the information from Instagram. They just literally just bringing it over. It's just there. It's in fresh air at the moment till you create it.
Hmm.
Oh, say yes to it.
Now, what are your thoughts on Threads? You played
So
with it a little bit.
I played around with it not too long, maybe an hour altogether.
Yeah.
Because I got back into Twitter because I stopped using Twitter because I didn't want to use as many apps. And I got back into Twitter last couple of months because like
Yeah.
it's actually a great way of actually finding out good information because I don't look at the news and that kind of
Good
stuff.
information about what?
Like certain people I follow for news topics that I trust.
Okay.
And then once people breaks it down, I can go into them and find out more information, and then I can look more into it myself if I need to. And it's just a great way of it because I try not my best to look at any of that kind of negative stuff because there's so much of it out there at the moment. But then I was like, okay, what's this one now? I was like, is this going to be another form of it? But like, and then I'm on it now, and a lot of people from Instagram and Facebook, I'm start following each other. I was like, huh. And a conversation going already. And I was like, it's a great way of just if you're a product base or service base. And yes, there was people trying to sell on it straight away, which I laughed. But anyways,
Yeah.
just like putting out information and getting conversation back and feedback. I was like, you could do so much with this.
Well, there you go. Like, because you are the organic guru
Yeah,
here, right? And I can see now that you're pointing that out, I can see this as something very beneficial to you.
yeah. That's what I'm
I
thinking.
don't know if you have thought about that, but I think you'll have that interaction that you probably can have right now on Twitter, because Twitter's been around for such a long time, and they are kind of that, you have your Twitter celebrities already kind of like set up, unless you are very controversial and they allow you to be there by being controversial. You know what I mean? Um, that's what I have seen. That being said, I'm not a Twitter user. Like
Yeah.
I probably started using it a little bit more after Elon Musk bought it because free speech, whatever. But again, like I couldn't be bothered to use it, and I probably read a couple of things. It's just the same thing. Like it's just the same thing that happens in other social media platforms, and people are very vocal about their opinion, which is a good thing. But as a consumer and a producer, because we both are consumers and producers on social media. So as a consumer, I don't see as much. I don't find too much value on Twitter, and but and not even as a producer because I'm not actually doing anything on Twitter. Um, as a consumer on YouTube, I see the value because I can search for the information that I want. If I want to learn about something, there it is. If I want to listen to someone talking about a specific topic, then there it is. Well, apparently Twitter is moving towards that in that direction. I think it's great, but yeah, I'm not convinced with Twitter, and I still believe there's like some information's being banned as well. So, and it's only always gonna be like that in
But
every
like
social media platform.
for free speech, probably Twitter's the best because Instagram will do it. They did it already, and they never undone what they did over the last couple of years. At least Twitter did that when it came to free speech. Now he can't undo everything because certain countries has laws. Because he
Yeah,
explained this already, which I see what he's coming from. But like, and I was looking at a thing this morning. Someone what do they call it? Thread? Oh, it must be a trade, is it? Not a tweet. A thread, is it?
threads, the
Thread.
the app.
Yeah,
Is that what we're talking about?
yeah. No, but I'm just talking about what when someone posts something, no, have a conversation. No, as
Oh
a
yeah.
tweet. But anyways, the lingo. I see someone. Mark Zuckerberg. He's like, I'm not doing ads on this platform until we hit a billion. Or was it? Yeah, a billion subscribers.
Yeah, right.
Or till it's working really well. That's what he was saying. So we tested it out for free, and then he's not going to do it. So it's all going to be all organic at the beginning. And
Man,
what
I
my
think
point behind it is like you can test so much here, like because it's new. Everyone's going to be testing different ways, and
I
like
mean, what are they gonna test though? Like
I
what?
mean, for the average person getting out there, like what's your like asking questions to certain people, and then we have this certain product. What would you best thing and breaking certain things down. Stop be like you can use your own content you're doing in videos there. Exactly. You can just, I'm sure you can use AI because Otto will probably fill you in this. You use AI to create the script from your reel and just bring it over and put it as a
Well, that's
thread.
true. That's another thing that you can do, and not even with your own. You can even go on YouTube, right, and find a video, a
Oh, yeah.
short video a short video or a long video, because you can use both of the URLs. Add it in ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to summarize the video and give you what are the key points of that video,
Yeah.
and then create some Twitter posts
Post it. It doesn't have
based
to be massive.
on the conversation they had on a specific video, or the video that you have created, right? So those are the things that you can use AI to help you be more consistent and post more regularly on places like Twitter and Threads.
Yeah, but not just that. It trades maybe you can find out more. Like if you're creating a product, you can just test out questions. What's your take? What's your this? Especially if you had a base already on Instagram. But if you don't have a base and starting off fresh on Threads, it just gives you a new opportunity because if this takes off, it gives you opportunity to build up a good following.
So this is what I think people should do, right? If you don't have a big following base, I would go on Twitter, sorry, Threads, and I would start engaging with big accounts
Yeah.
that were big accounts already on Instagram, because they wanna start the conversation there, so they can see what is happening. Like people like Gary Vee, Alex Hormozy, like those people are big already, and they're gonna have a lot of followers coming from their account, but I know that they're gonna want to kind of like test the app more than they would with an app that they have already used for quite a while. So I will directly go to these people and add value to their conversation. And for those who have a big following base, provide more value. So you can actually grab people. One of the things that I did last night was to share an AI prompt, which I believe is pretty good. And I share it on my threads. So people who are, discovering my account, they can see, oh, this guy is sharing prompts, AI prompts. Yeah. So that's what I'm planning to do right now. I haven't thought too much about the strategies that I'm going to be doing, but I think if you start with that, I think that will help you.
Even if you're doing something like with AI, this could be a great way to put it out there. Like if you're doing an AI kind of products wise, like
absolutely. Well,
everyone loves talking about AI.
Wherever you are, AI. If you add AI to whatever you were doing in the past, like that. Oh my God, they can do that with AI. It could be anything. Oh look, I create microphones based on AI features, whatever that means. Oh wow, AI, and it's just a microphone. It really intrigues you. And but another thing that I would say, because look, man, right now threads have more than 30 million users in less than 24 hours. More than 30 million users in less than 24 hours. ChatGPT, everybody was talking about ChatGPT at the beginning of the year, was able to generate, I think it was 1 million users in 7 days. 30 million users, but in 24 hours.
We have to keep in mind that was from Instagram and Facebook, two really big platforms.
So absolutely. But and I really think that this is a great move from Mark Zuckerberg, because man, they're just gonna take that data to train their AIs. And I believe that's all. Like that's what they want to do. I believe that's why Elon Musk was so interested in becoming the freedom guy, because he wanted to feed his AI with all this data. And the more controversy you have, more people get all, they start engaging more on these platforms. When there's more issue, you start engaging more. When things are happy, if you're a happy person and you enjoy life and all that, you won't be spending too much time on these platforms. As a consumer and getting triggered. The more you get triggered, the more you train the AI, but the AI is getting fed by all this negative bullshit that is going on around the world.
Negative sells, and that's known. Like I already see people on trade saying, no negative stuff yet. I'm like,
just wait.
It's everywhere in life. There's no taking, but this is how you take it with a pinch of salt, really. Like if you're on the platform 8 hours a day, of course you're going to run into a lot of it. If you're just coming and going, even if you're a creator like what we do, just come and go. Just stop by, do your thing, and out there you go. Because otherwise you get sucked right into it.
Yeah, you get sucked in.
Even creating new stuff, be careful, because you might be following a lot of people and they're doing this and doing that. You're like, you get jealous of them, or how can they be doing this? They make it look easy. Just be careful of that. Don't go down that thread. Hey. Well, no, on serious though, just don't. Like, use it as a fun thing. Try it. Like when I seen Otto download it, I was like, I don't know. An hour later, I just downloaded it.
I know, you were like, hey Otto, follow me.
I couldn't find the app because the app was hard found on Android. It wasn't just under Trade. I had to use Trade, Instagram, and then I finally found it. It was quite weird, but obviously it wasn't. It was not even 24 hours up. But
another thing that where I believe is going to be more successful, not more successful than Twitter, but I believe the success rate is it is what it is right now, like 30 million people already, is because of how easy it is for you to go from Instagram to Threads, which is, with the click of a button. You just click there. It opens the app. Right on the app, it opens the other app. It is so simple.
It's too easy.
And then if you want to go back to Instagram, You just have to do that. So they're making it really easy for people to be extra curious to see what's happening on Threads.
They want to suck you in and not leave. To be
It's,
honest, the best one I found so far that you can lose track of time, hands down, still owns it, is TikTok. My God, their algorithm, they're the way they draw you in. Like Instagram, all
yeah.
of them, they have power behind it, but TikTok, like I
I
don't
don't.
go on it much. It just sucks you in.
I think Instagram is improving a lot right now, man. Don't because
This is
I've
not a
been
good thing either, by the
no,
way.
not at all. It is and it's not. But based on human behavior, we get drawn with by negativity, and
Yeah.
so I can see Instagram showing a lot of controversial stuff already.
I hope
Uh,
so, because like
it's happening.
to see what's working on TikTok, free speech, not letting people actually control you.
Well,
Maybe there's
free
a market
speech as
there,
long you don't talk about China, right?
or China, or cover the biggest BS, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Like, bad. You just have to be careful, and we might
yeah,
get a strike. But like, I like that, and if they go with the free speech side of things, man, they will make so much more money. And I'm
yeah.
guessing
But
that you know
they
this.
want because at the end of the day they have stakeholders and they want to force uh, the things
Yeah.
that they want to force in society. That being said, what I've seen so far on Instagram is very anti wokeism, which is good.
Good. I
And
can
you
see that
see, and that's why you see people like Patrick Beck Davis,
on Twitter
like
or Thread.
they're growing massively
On TikTok, is
um,
it?
on Instagram,
On Instagram. Oh,
even
yeah,
you, even
yeah,
YouTube,
right. Yeah, get that.
even
I
YouTube.
know you're on about. I told you on about Twitter for a second. No, I love his podcast.
Oh yeah, he's good. So those are yeah. Patrick Bet Davis podcast is probably the one that I have watched the most over the last few months.
Mm.
Because I'm interested in his opinion. I like the way he questions things, and he doesn't seem to be like, oh, I'm only this. Like he's willing to listen to the other side, and I believe that's the key, man, for us to come together. Whether you have a different opinion, okay, so let's just talk about it. Let me understand where you're coming from. Um,
Well, yeah, this was Jude. That's what I like. Everyone has their own opinion. So trades, bring it back to that. You can see other people's opinions on the trades and conversations going. I know that's Twitter as well, but like it'll open up the door for a lot of people who's on Instagram that never went really to Twitter.
yeah,
And the younger generation more too. Like I'm curious because Instagram is more for youth, like early on. I know there's a load of other platforms out there, of new ones. Like when I went home to visit at Christmas, my niece was showing me all these new platforms I'd never ever
is
heard
that
of.
right?
I was like, what? And this is a version of this, and this is a version that I was like, never heard of it. So there's obviously a load of different ones, but for the bigger ones, in my opinion, this will help for the young youth to go on threads, get conversations going. So you have your
Yeah,
videos.
we'll see what
Yeah,
happens. I think
agreed.
I think it's pretty amazing that they're on up to over 30 million people.
It's just another opportunity. That's all it is. It's just another. I don't know how big
It
it's going to
is,
go. It's just
yeah.
another opportunity to do
Take
something
advantage
new.
of it.
Yeah,
That's right.
plain and simple. Next up, we have about Mr. Grateful on. I didn't realize that was his name when I was watching the video. But
Yeah, I've seen the guy because he's been in the AI space
yeah,
since I pretty much started. Like he grew very rapidly, and one of the things that let me just pull up the
like
video
what is
here.
he on actually? Because you're over 100K now on Instagram.
No, I'm under. I'm still
Are you
under.
sure? Okay.
Um, but this guy, man, like he's been doing really well. I love his videos. The way that he he has high production videos, short
I love to
videos,
zoom in out. I
and
like that.
and he's doing a great job. He has a great style.
Mhm.
The way he talks is
Clear.
very different to a lot of people. He has done a great job at marketing himself and creating this character, Mr. Grateful. and I think he's pretty good, man. I think he's fantastic, and he's good for the young generation as well. Now, one of the things that he talks about is that he was able to get to more than 100,000 followers because he used a prompt, AI prompt, ChatGPT prompt that gave him instructions for him to grow that much.
What was that?
And the goal was 30 days. 30
What
days.
was it? Do you know?
I don't know. Well, you can go on his Instagram account. I don't remember. But here's the thing, right? And this apply to his new goal, which is $1 million in 100 days, which is unbelievable. If he's able to do that, do you think it's possible? Before I share my opinion,
in this world, the way he proved himself on Instagram with followers wise and business wise, as long as the model is good, he seems like he has business knowledge behind him. Like, yes, AI can tell you how to do it, but you need to know how to do it, like how to structure in the background too. Like, you need to have a knowledge base, and if he has a knowledge base there, I firmly believe he will hit that.
Yeah, my opinion is very similar to yours. I don't think it's ChatGPT is the one that is going to help you get to that's $1 million. I strongly believe that ChatGPT is just going to throw some ideas there that it is up to you to follow and to investigate and to research further on the step that you have decided to take from ChatGPT to make it work. One of the advantages that this kid has is that he has been able to prove himself on social media in a very short time. The quality of video, going back, the quality of video is pretty amazing. And people might think it's like, oh, whoa, so what does that have to do with generating $1 million? Well, if you have a media company where you create amazing videos like the one that you're creating, then it is... it'll be foolish to not follow that same path and offer that same service to different brands. Another thing is that this kid has a team. He's not doing it on his own. That's another thing that everybody has to consider. Just because you put a prompt on ChatGPT, if it's a business to generate $1 million, I haven't met the first person who have achieved that amount of money without a team behind. Even if the team is in the Philippines or in South America.
They always say after roughly, you can get to between 50 to 80 by yourself, K, and after that, you need to start taking on, if you want to get your time back too, you need a team behind you. Like, that could be a VA, that could be appointment setter, that could be a salesperson. It's a team.
And remember, it's not like, I'm going to follow this and I'm going to be generating cash. No. If you're going to generate cash, it's because you're providing a service or offering a product, right? It seems like he doesn't have a real product, not that I'm aware of. I might be wrong. So he might be providing a service. What does that mean? That you will have to make your clients happy. It's not like your clients pay you and then you sit back and $1 million, I'm almost close. You have to deliver a great service. And sometimes when you start getting too many clients, if you don't have the right team and if you don't have the right systems already set up, the right foundations, then you're not going to be able to deliver what you have promised. And that's when you have unhappy clients, customers. So all of these things go behind the whole idea of like, I'm going to make $1 million. $1 million doesn't appear like that with AI.
You need to have the structure. And first of all, it's like a clear message. Clear message first to draw people in. And then...
I mean, it seems like he has a clear message on... Because the way his brand looks very solid. His brand it was well thought.
But he has a team probably in the background talking to people.
He has a team. Like
if you wanted to deliver, like, he can say, I'm going to make this, fair enough. But why is your delivery process? He has to obviously be confident in his delivery. So whoever comes in is going to get delivered pretty good. So like
This
if you have that down, like why wouldn't you hit it?
connections as well. You need connections, not only a team, but you also need connections. If you wanted to get to that point,
Yeah.
yeah, the team can help you out, but you will have to you can tell like this kid already has some connections with Adobe as well, because I have seen his videos. So he might have that connection already. He probably made up with them as well. I'm assuming. Don't
Yeah.
I'm not saying like this is what's happening, but what I can see now is that he's promoting Adobe products a lot.
Yeah.
And what does that mean? That he
Obviously
might be
being affiliate to them, like or a commission base, or whatever way you want to call it.
whatever. So that
Like,
so perfect. So one of the things that you can do, right? Like
yeah,
probably ChatGPT is gonna tell you affiliate partnerships. Um, what else? Ads,
ads, what
marketing.
marketing, the product itself, like have the literally the blueprint of it, so it's not going to take up too much of your time. Like I personally, from my own past experience, like I learned the hard way, you have to be careful how you structure your time in delivering the delivery, because if that sucks out of you, your energy, and what's the point doing it in the long run if you're in that vicious rat race. So in other words, team helps to save you amount of time, but you need the structures in the background to handle the team. It's not like, oh, I can hire XYZ and bye bye. No, you need the structure there, and it's very important. This, like, when they come in, like, you record things, you document things. So if something gets misled or ask questions, okay, go to the XYZ, watch that video again, or read this, and that will answer your question. That's, I mean, the back. I also want to give you an example there, but like that's
Yeah,
the stuff you need when you take on a team,
yeah,
so they won't get lost, overwhelmed. We all are human at the end of the day. You can't presume they're going to come on, even if say it was a sales rep, a closer, and they're damn good. They might come into your offer and like they're weeks up low, and you're like, okay, but you got all this revenue in another business, because maybe they don't know your offer right. It's so important they have like things like know your offer, know the ins and out of it, have the confidence to talk about it, feel happy with it. That all comes a part of building a team. So ChatGPT won't do that for you, and that's why we say you need the business skills behind you. And then if you partner up with someone, it saves a lot of time. Like I create a solo business myself. I can know that how much time consuming it is to take on a team.
it's time consuming and
Very much.
emotion. You invest emotional energy, money. You you have to deal with people. You might have to deal with clients that you don't really want to keep working with. So it is entrepreneurship is not something that AI is going to solve right now.
Yeah, but
And that's another thing. You have to have the right mindset, right? Like you have to have this entrepreneurial mindset. If you think you're just gonna, if you think like AI is gonna help you build a $1 million and that's the only thing that you need, man,
it gives
that's
you
not reality.
it will save you time and ways if you know how to work it. Now the people say, "Oh, be careful who you go partner with, because you can obviously choose your partnership right. You don't want to fall out of the person. Make sure everything's above board. That's what I would say there, like a 50-50 everything, or whatever project you're taking on. It's you split, because that will save you a lot of time. Because if you have someone else there, you do like, this is exactly like a blueprint. If you follow the step by step process, it's like, okay, you're good with this, you do this, this, and that, and I do this and this, and then you work together and you touch base and you talk over it. That is a really good team. Like that's what you want, not like. And then make sure you're very open as well when it comes to team building. Like don't hold things back, because I see a lot of people says, "Oh, you should do it by yourself," and I do get that, and that's a model I did, but it's a lot harder model to build up,
Yeah,
because you're covering everything. You're covering team building. You're going conversation, ads. You're covering marketing, branding yourself. There's a lot to it. If there's two of you in it, it takes a lot of pressure load off to build up something really damn big, and then you can use AI on top of it to actually create something pretty damn epic. That's how I see it.
yeah.
So much
And
out there opportunity.
another thing that I think is going to work for him as well is that AI these days is the sexy thing.
Trendy.
So by him talking about AI, that's a plus already. That's gonna put him on a different level.
Yeah.
Just marketing wise, you're using AI. It's not like, oh, let me say what I'm sure like he's not gonna ask how can I, as an accountant, you know what I mean? Like you won't be able to. And so AI is part of his brand, and that's gonna help him a lot.
Yes.
So that's why I really believe he's gonna be able to get where. Hopefully, man, because I wish the best for this kid. Um,
I like his
but
product.
but another thing that I want to point out for those people who are looking at kids like this is that very smart kid, by the way. He's how do you say? He's something rare. He's uncommon.
Which is
A
great
lot
for him.
as a young person.
Oh, okay.
Like not many people have the passion, not many people have the drive to make things happen like this kid is making things happen for him.
Yeah.
And another, so I want to say this for whoever is watching, that when you're generating $1 million, it is not you, the individual, who's actually getting all this income. It is the system that you create that is going to allow you to generate $1 million. And sometimes the system have to be maintained by a lot of money, which means that that $1 million, you are not going to see $1 million. Depending on what you're doing, you might see $80,000, $100,000, because you have to spend money on different things.
I
It
think we
could
see
it
more
could
than
be
that.
$300,000, but it's not $1 million. You generate $1 million, that's not going to be pure profit.
Oh, not pure profit, but I say out of $1 million, even after ads and team, you
And
should see,
taxes.
yeah, access. Why you should be seeing at least 600-700 from that, and take like out of taxes.
Man, I'm telling you can honest entrepreneurs that have generated $10 million. I've heard them saying that they took less than $1 million to the bank.
Yeah, I'm just curious. That comes down to a lot of taxes side of things as well. How you do it,
Taxes,
and how
team,
and we put
man,
your
it
assets and everything.
ads. Like again, like I don't know the business model that he's gonna adopt, but again, like just remember, just because your business is generating $1 million, that doesn't mean that $1 million will go straight to your bank.
Yeah, that's true. No, I know. I get. Oh, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like, make sure, like, always put money to the side as your business grows. You don't want to be screwed around with taxes in the day. That's what I would say.
Because let's say, for example, let's say this he has 3 business partners
Yeah.
and they
Or
generate $1 million. How much money is he gonna keep?
because you'd be divided by three, and then
Let's
out
say
of that,
you divide it by 3. That's $333,000, right?
and then you all put your
Taxes.
share to ads. You all put your share to X, Y, whatever the agreement is.
Let's say taxes. Let's say $120,000. You have to give
But
taxes.
either way, it's going to be still good money. That's I want
Man,
to.
I'm not saying that it's not gonna be good money. I just want people to, like just come down to earth and realize that $1 million is, yeah, you can generate it, but just mark the like the what is it, like is it a metaphor, the iceberg, right, on
Oh,
the
the iceberg,
ocean.
I know you're on about.
Yeah.
What's
So
under the
everybody's
water?
seeing this like, oh, $1 million, the iceberg, and then under here is like taxes, team, blah 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 blah, and then what you're seeing is just like, oh, look, he was
I,
able. Like, no, it's
what I would say on that is, if you create a system that's actually the simpler that is to run, and you had a nice mark, it doesn't have to be $1 million. Say if you wanted to be $100,000 per month, you could create a really simple program, simple thing set up. After you get to know your stuff, and you could be taking home out of home 100,000. it was a simple thing. You could be taking home around 60 out of tax, everything, and keep that in mind. That it was 60 you taking home in your pocket out of paying everyone in ads. That's a lot of money per month. Just keep that in mind. I just want to give you a small aspect of how it could look.
Yeah.
So create something very simple. Don't overcomplicate something, because the bigger the projects out there at the moment has very simple systems for a reason, because you don't need all this fancy technology. You just
Yeah.
don't. And AI is technically what is free if you have the 3.5.
Yeah.
Play around things. Like, don't come up with something. What happens with a lot of people, they get in a panic mode. I experienced this in the past myself, so I know how to talk about this. You go, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, and you just don't do it right then, because you don't put the love into it. You don't, like, this is your passion to it. So if you're creating someone, don't feel like creating a project wise. Don't feel rushed with it. Otherwise, you might miss something to just get the extra book, like, bit of cash in.
Yeah. That's enough.
Have,
Yeah.
have something on the side, and then create something that, and then learn how you're going to put that out, and
Yeah.
then get the delivery down, and you're off to the races.
That's it. That's it. Always start your business as if you. I know that not many people have kids, but it's like a baby. You have to invest time into, and you have to spend money to make, like, help this baby grow strong. And you cannot just pretend that, I put a business out there and now it's going to generate this amount of money. No, like, you need to invest a lot of time on this. And being an entrepreneur is not an easy thing.
No.
Again, going back to, and which means that just because AI is providing you, AI can give you the information, or it could be a program that you sign up for, you pay money, and that program might not, might not help you to get to where you want to be, even though they promise you to make 10Ks, 100Ks a
Going down
month.
that trap hole.
So, but again, even Alex Hormozzi said that, like, just because, or Leila Hormozzi, she said, like, I have been part of programs, I have subscribed to programs that didn't deliver, that didn't help me get to the goal that they promised.
Yeah.
Is it on them? In reality, it's not on them. It's more on what are the things that you're taking for a program that is going to help you get to the next step. And I truly believe that a program or an AI prompt is not going to help you to get to where you want. You have to have some knowledge behind yourself. And in fact, this is just to add this up, I was listening to this guy who was part of a program that I did a couple of years ago, and he was able to generate over $1 million without AI in 6 months. All right. So that's roughly what this guy is trying to do. This guy had been in business before. This guy was a sales car person in the past for 5 years. He's a hustler. He's an entrepreneur. And then he got inside of this program, and he was able to be successful following the everything that the program provided. Mm. He had experience. He created that habit of being a hustler. He created the habit of being a salesperson, talking to people every single day to find out their pain points so he could sell cars. So all these different skills, you have to acquire them with sweat and blood. You're not going to acquire them with AI. Not at the moment.
You have to put the work in. It doesn't matter what area you are, you have to put the work in. And that's all I suggest. And like, I was listening to some of this today as well, like how it's changing. And a guy that's, I have to get his name again, just got on top of my head. He made multi-million dollars. He lost it all and came back and built a 9-figure business and helping a load of people. And he was just breaking down there this morning. I was watching this video, and he's saying in the next 2 years, it's going to cost more money with ads, in his opinion, because with AI, this is linked with AI, is the trust value is going to be harder because of people creating videos. Like what we're doing now, we could probably in a few months create some us talking as even us that could be really real, and it's people's going to find it very hard to trust. So he was saying, as you're building up a business, like make sure like you get ahead of things now, because it's going to be harder down the line with getting ads out there. Now, this is his opinion. I don't know if this
Yeah.
come true, but I just want to touch on that as well. For anyone creating a business, AI is going to change a lot of stuff
Yeah.
regarding like getting out there.
It's
Like you're
happening
going to make a lot
already.
of money, but it's going to solve a lot of problems, but it's going to create a lot more problems too, for both sides. For I think trust is one of them. People's going to use it for good. People's going to use it for bad.
It's I think it's there's some truth in what he's saying,
Yeah.
and it is happening already. Like sometimes they what was it like? I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago. They were the in the news. Apparently, they recorded Trump saying something, um, and then in my head it's like, could that be AI? Like I don't believe any, especially if it's coming from the news. I'm not believing anything that they're
Yeah.
saying. They
99%
might
of the
be saying
music.
something truth, but going back to credibility, right?
Mhm.
Like, should I believe you? I mean, you've been lying for such a long time. Now we
Yeah.
have these new tools that are going to allow these people to manipulate a bunch of stuff. They have done that in the past without AI. Now, what's going to happen? That more people who have access to these tools, they're probably going to do exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
But people the people who are going to win are the honest people. That's what I believe. The ones who are willing to put their face out there. That's in fact, those people who are doing the honest thing, they're going to be the most benefited. Because
Yeah.
as you're saying, the trust issues are going to skyrocket, and then it's up to you to create a system that allows you to communicate in a way that people can trust you. So trust is going to become like a currency.
Yeah. And if you have the trust build, it's going to create a domino effect or a ripple effect. You're just going to get more and more referrals, more and more clients or customers on because you've such a good track record. This guy actually we can trust, and he's always delivering, and that will go a long way. Even before AI is going to make it more difficult. That's really good now. That's how people says high ticket programs because they have a load of testimonials, a load of trust value there. So keep building that up. Put yourself out in the real. If I had to go back and restructure some things I did, I will restructure getting my message out there more, ask more questions online. Just that's one of the errors I made, but I learned along the way through a load of different programs.
Yeah.
But I would suggest that don't feel like you can't show your real self. Just try it.
Yeah.
Remember we started off Otto. We were doing reels. I was doing different type of reels, and you were doing this. We had both different takes on reels, and like we were just playing around things, doing lives. So we're thinking back, kind of cringy in ways for me, anyways. Um,
Yeah. And even until this day, like I try out new things.
it's so important to actually see what you like because when you're doing well or something, it doesn't mean you're doing it in 6 months' time or years' time, 6 years' time. It's not like that model that we were built around the 9 to 5 model or 8 to 4 model, whatever you want to call it. Like that's your job for. Oh, I got in the job now. That's going to be me for 30 years, and I can retire. Like I always laugh when I was younger. Be like, "Oh, save up for your pension." I'm like, "Can I not just invest it in different things?" And no, the pension. I'm like, "But you don't get the pension till you're 65." Or well, at the time, I was 65. I'm like, fuck that. I was like, no, like I'm believing you have to save money, don't get me wrong, and put in different assets, but not give it to the government to have a pension.
Yeah,
So
man.
like that model's gone. So this is a new era of different style of different things. Always try things. If some people won't agree with you, that's okay. But if you're confident and feel good about it, go with it. Test it. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean you're right. Just test it. And then
Yeah.
the clientele will tell you if it's good or not.
Absolutely.
It's the best way. Test, and like just go with your gut. What's your take? Do you agree, Otto?
Of
What's your
course, I agree, man. Of course, I agree.
Now?
Um,
Let's go on to the last thing. Do you have anything else you would like
no,
to say?
not really.
I think we got really in depth in that.
Yeah.
Um, I want to see what Otto has in store because with the AI feature today.
A
He's the,
store with a, yeah.
my AI guy.
Look, I have. I just wanted to share one of the things that Midjourney can do these days. I think it's pretty incredible. I started using Midjourney, which is an app that allows you to generate AI art. To me, the
Oh,
best one out there,
what's it
and
called?
Midjourney,
Meat Journey. Okay, I've heard of
and
it.
and, and it's pretty good, man. Like I'll show you this. So the prompt that I use for this one,
It's Rocket.
it is very interesting. I said Venezuela, the country, right? As a high school student. And look at this. Where is it?
Putting you on the spot now, Otto. Like, come on. Like, you should have ready to go ASAP. This is on Otto's side. If anyone's listening, Otto. On Otto? Otto?
Auto.
Otto?
There you go.
Otto? Damn it.
Okay. Can you see that? So
It's
Venezuela
good, man.
as a high school student.
Oh my god.
Man,
That's,
I'm telling you, like that those kids look Venezuelan right there.
that is.
They actually look
It looks great.
Venezuelan.
It still looks slightly fake-ish, but it looks like an Instagram filter. So it looks real. This is
It
my opinion. It
it
looks real, but it looks like a filter over it.
it looks amazing. What the only thing that I don't really like about this one is that they are showing like slums at the back, favelas. Like you couldn't pick a different location. Like they're using like all these poor towns, which we do have. I mean, unfortunately, we have too many of those ones. But it's like this is it, Venezuela. You have to have a favela right behind you. Some crime, maybe some fire at the back. You know how funny is that? So that it is sad, but unfortunately, it is part of the reality in Venezuela. So we have favelas here. You know what favelas are, right? Like in Brazil, well, they call it favelas, which is slums. Slums.
Yeah.
So poor cities, uh, built up with bricks and how do you call it? Like metal sheets, houses made of that. And there's only one kid
So,
who's who seems to be in a school. Um, and yeah, it's just interesting.
yeah, if
Now,
anyone's listening, actually, we're just looking at pictures. I actually never thought that. Actually, if you're not looking to see me,
yeah,
we have to cover that, Otto.
I just watched the video. Go to YouTube. So so this is what you can do, right? So basically, I want to because this one looked pretty good. Well, all of them look great. So then you press here, and that's to upscale
Got
the
a question
image.
here before we move on. Do you
Yeah.
have this linked to your Discord by the look of it? How does that
Yeah,
work?
so basically you join Midjourney and then Midjourney will operate inside of Discord. So it's kind of like
Oh,
a plugin app that you add to Discord.
okay.
Um, you got this. See, man, it
Ah.
does look like a Venezuelan kid. Now, I wanted to share with you an Irish kid, and when I asked the same, oh well, Australia. Let's go Australia as a high school student, 8K photorealistic. Look at this. It's like
That
they
looks
give
like a posh.
steroids to high school students these days.
That looks like a posh. That looks like some students around where I live here in school.
That's
Not him.
hilarious.
That the below picture with his tie on.
But you see the difference between the
Yeah.
photo of Venezuela. Like, look, the opera house in the desert, and then you have like all these a flag and water, beautiful like background. Me, Venezuela slums,
Do you have any
favelas.
Irish done?
Huh? I
Do you have
did
any
it.
Irish?
And I was actually the Ireland the Irish one was the most impressive one. You know why?
Good. I want to see
Be-
it.
because you seem to be there.
Ah, the ginger. Actually, you see the woman on the right, the girl on
Yeah.
the right. That is very, very, very real. Like,
Yeah.
so
She looks
that
real. Yeah.
likes a small. That like reminds me of where I was from. That
Uh,
actually is crazy.
Man,
What's the
this could be your cousin or you when you were in high school.
because I'm not. First of all, I'm not ginger. I might have a slight ginger beard, but
No,
not
but
ginger.
yeah, you
Yeah.
couldn't be ginger, but you have a similar sort of features.
Yeah, that's unreal. Going by the look, everything. Like the best one there to me is the one on the bottom right. How close. The other top ones it looks like countryside more. So yeah, very real.
This is from India. India as a high school student. Then I started, like just playing around. The United
United
States
States.
as a school student. Well, it didn't give me a student here. Then I was working with color palettes and Brazil, for example. See, those are favelas in Brazil. Cuba, the color
I was a
palette.
student, United States student.
This is United States.
That's more now for me. Posher school, kind of your
Yeah, that's
football
super
player.
posh, like
Yeah,
fraternity sort of.
yeah,
That's
kind of
super
thing.
posh. And then AI as an infographic.
That's nuts.
And then I try countries as well. Venezuela as an infographic. You have here South America.
That's really cool.
Venezuela
Try.
has a wall background. How funny is that? That's
That's
how communist that country is. Like that, it is perceived as such a communist country. Like it has these colors.
what did you put for that? Venezuela as a wall. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
And then
Oh,
and
that is
that
awesome.
it's pretty cool, huh?
You show me. I'm going to set this up after.
And then I was playing with other stuff. I was creating a reel and just creating images for one of my reels. You probably saw those reels with those images.
Oh,
Uh,
that's how you do that. Oh, okay. What? Where do you download it? Where do you download the app then? For anyone to know, including
you
myself.
just go to Meet Journey. There you go. See, that's you.
Like me, Journey, I
That's
just on Google and just download it, and it
and
goes
then you
straight to.
you, you only have to do like if you want to create an image, / then imagine prompt. You click on
Okay.
that one, and then tell me what would you like to generate.
Okay, you put me on the spot. Can I just type in like Irish man lifting on? Actually, lifting. Oh, I'm trying to think. Irish man, Irish man, Irish. No,
We
rephrase
got
it.
that
Maybe.
right. I think we
Irish
got.
soccer
I think we
player.
got.
Irish soccer player. Okay, soccer player
Yeah.
winning the World Cup. Oh, player. I know, like lifting. Hopefully that makes sense.
Wishful thinking.
I want to see what comes up for it.
Let's see. I'm just gonna
I know
add.
it should be soccer players, maybe. Obviously, because it's obviously a team effort there.
What is it? Damn. What happened?
It's still on my side.
Is it? No.
Yeah. Has it gone off? Your side, is it?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Can you
No, I
see
can still
that?
see it. Yeah, I can see your mouse moving.
Oh, I don't know why I couldn't see it.
Just
And
keep
now
doing what
I
you're doing. I can see it on the side. Just,
and I have lost it.
yeah.
All right.
Just working on my end, anyways. How long does it take?
It'll take I don't know, less than 1 minute, I think.
Okay. I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued now.
Oh, it's coming.
Okay. Irish soccer player. Maybe I should say Irish soccer players. Maybe. Okay. What's this?
That guy doesn't look Irish, right? Yeah. It turned
There we
into.
are. Oh,
But
why
it,
is
it,
it?
it has
Why is
to.
it ginger? Like that makes me laugh. There's only a small percent ginger. Like this is the. I'll go click on that.
Yeah, hold on. It's not finished. 46%.
Oh, okay. Ah, yes.
What do you mean? I thought everyone was ginger.
No, there's not. I'm not dissing any ginger ones out there, but that is my god. That is pretty damn cool, and that's only 93% now.
There you go.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, they're not ginger anymore. Some of them are actually brown hair. Okay.
That's
That is
so good,
pretty damn
man.
cool. What's that about then?
What is it?
When you click on new one, what's that?
It's just to
Oh yeah.
upscale and look right now they
Oh
have
man,
this,
that is class.
and then you can zoom out.
I'm going to be. You're going to get auto. I guarantee you're going to get a lot of random images now sent to you.
How good is that, man? That looks
That
so.
is so crystal clear of an image.
Look at the shirt, the t-shirt.
I'm guessing that's the new jersey they
Look at
have.
the
Oh,
wrinkles here in the arm, the veins.
oh man, that is crystal clear.
It's insane.
Can you put people's names in? Like, if
Yeah.
we want to do an image of ourselves, example, this is the last
I
question is,
mean,
can we put an image of ourselves and say us doing something, but they use our image?
you can upload an image to the app to this, and then based on the image, you can generate something. I don't know if it will look exactly like you, but obviously people who are famous and there are
Yeah.
so many images online, so it is
Yeah.
very easy. Like for example, they have done the Elon Musk and Mark.
Oh, that's what it must have in Octagon is that you're talking about.
How do you spell Zuckerberg?
Oh, don't even ask me. I'm even on top of my head.
Can you?
That looks like about right.
Oh, let me just find it.
In what? In the Octagon kind of thing. Oh, fighting.
Fighting.
Yeah. That's why there's so many cool images out there. That's where this has come from. Okay. So easy to do. Oh my God.
I know Mark Zuckerberg fighting boxing. Let's
I do
go
boxing more, yeah. See what that comes up.
AK
Why are
photorealism.
you typing AK? Okay, AK photograph
You
one.
know, like high quality stuff, high
Okay.
realistic. You can add more to the prompt.
Oh.
Let's see. And we'll leave you with these guys.
Yes. I'm just really intrigued here. This is pretty good. Like if anyone's listening, like go to our YouTube and have a look at this because he's literally just doing it on this now, just showing how to do it,
It's
how to use
interesting
it.
that you didn't know about this. This is to me. This is more. I mean, it's a great indication that not everybody is knows about this
I
stuff,
know.
which gives you whoever is listening to us, who
Opportunity.
gives you a massive advantage on on creating a business at the moment because people
Yeah.
don't know how to use it. The majority of people don't know what is this. In
Like for
fact, I
me.
created a logo for my nephew. He wanted to build a new brand. He's only 13 years old or 14. He was so interested in creating his new brand, and I created a logo. He shared a logo with me. Well, my sister did, and I was like, I thought, let me just help him. I created the logo, and he loves it. And it was very easy. I just had to do it here. Look at that.
That is unreal.
Look at that. Oh, well, those are two Mark Zuckerbergs there. It's so funny that Elon Musk is fighting Elon Musk. This is kind of like Elon slash Mark Zuckerberg. But but you see, that's pretty
Doing
cool.
a logo, just I'm curious, like do you just type in the same thing for doing a logo?
The logo, where's the
Because
logo? I'll show you. It's up
I'm just
here.
curious on that. Because I'm intrigued as well.
So
Okay.
I did this. So logo of an eye, vector style, minimalistic style. That's what I typed. And I
Oh,
love this one. So I gave him that one. And now that's what his brand is.
that is cool. So guys, this is literally just showed you how to create a logo. Because I never had to pay money for logos. You don't need to spend any money on doing any logos to actually do any. Like I paid designers to do cover photos to save me time, but I could just literally do it here now if I want to,
Yeah.
and it'd be better quality.
Or
Better
you can,
quality.
or if you're a designer, you can get inspiration from this. So you don't
Yeah.
have to be like, oh no, they're taking away the jobs from us. Like no, have these. I know like what creative, like all artists go through these creative like
Flow.
blockage, right? So this will help you get some inspiration. So keep the your work going.
And just as well, I noticed Canva linked AI to their
Yeah,
platform.
there are a few
Too.
AI things that they have now, and I will recommend everybody to check it out.
So
So,
guys,
yep.
I hope you enjoyed this podcast. We dive deep in breaking everything down. I was really intrigued in this last one. I always love his last feature when he does this because, as you saw, I learned something here.
Yeah.
But guys, just showing this, we're just really showing you how to create businesses, different opportunities out there, breaking down certain topics, giving our opinion on things. We really love your feedback. Comment down below. If you want us to cover anything in particular, please let us know. We'd be happy to cover it. If it's in our radar or within our kind of range of what we know about it, we'd
Yeah.
be more than happy to break it down. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Otto, before we jump off?
No, it's all good.
Yeah,
Thank you,
he's quite
guys.
right.
If you listen to us, if you're watching this on YouTube, please give us a follow and just let us know if you want more information regarding a specific thing. So that's it from us, and I'll see you
Follow us,
hopefully
like
next week.
us. Yes, do everything you need to do. Like, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Cheers.
See you later, guys.
See you guys.